Hey guys, it is day 2, so the good news is that we have made it through day 1 of NTI instruction, which is great. Hopefully you guys survived and did okay. Obviously I'm in a new location. We kind of set up a makeshift office for me by our front door, so you can kind of see. You all thought I was Disney crazy before. We have a whole Disney wall behind us. If you look, it's all Disney. It's the first thing we see when we walk into our house. And so I think it's going to make me a little bit happier having to do this with you guys instead of being at school. A little bit of Disney magic in there for us. All right, so first thing is, I've had a lot of you reach out to me and parents, and I truly appreciate it. It was kind of hard for us to gauge at first, myself and Ms. Schweitzer, coming up with the assignments for the days, and we are well aware that we now know what we gave you is a little too much. Okay, so I on Google Classroom went ahead and shortened day 1 and day 2 because there's still a lot of you who haven't done the day 1 assignment. If you go on there, the full Springboard pages are still posted for yesterday and today, but then there are Google Slides on there where you can just go in and type your answers. I know originally we had talked about just having you turn the work in when we came back, but with the days being extended till April 17th and us needing to really check in on what you're doing and do grades and things, I really need you to get on there and submit them on Google Classroom. And if you could just make sure, I know in class I don't always have you click the turn in button because I can know everybody's doing it because you're doing it with me and I can go in and look. In this situation, if you can make sure you click turn in when you're finished, so that way I can know that I need to go in and look on it. Please email me if you have questions. It was really cool. Zoe emailed me before asking a question, and I was able to go in, and I was actually on her Google Slides talking with her and helping her figure out problems. So I enjoyed doing that. And so if you have a question and I'm not already in the middle of helping somebody else, I should be able to get on there pretty quickly and be able to answer any questions that you have. So day 3 and day 4 are posted on Kenton County website. They're not on my Google Classroom yet. I'm going to go ahead and post day 3 here in a little while. And it's just more review of finding area of trapezoids and triangles and then composite figures. So I know with some of the classes we didn't go very in depth as far as formulas for triangles and trapezoids, so I wanted to spend a little bit of time today walking you through that. So let me go ahead and I'm going to show you. So I was able to run over to school last night really quickly. It's kind of creepy, nobody's there, and I grabbed a couple of my whiteboard so that I can kind of show you. So the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. Okay, so in a triangle, the base is going to be one of the sides. Now the height is the distance from that side to the opposite vertex. On this one, this is supposed to be a right triangle. It's a little not perfect, but that way you can kind of see a right triangle base height. Now, if it's another triangle, like if it looks like this, okay, then this is the base down here. And the height, a lot of times what they'll do is they will draw dash marks up to the opposite vertex and label that as the height. Okay, so if this was the triangle that you were finding, let me add some numbers in there, and the base was 6 and the height was 3, you would do 6 times 3, so the base times the height, and then take half of that. Okay, so to take half of it, you can either multiply it by 1/2 or you can just divide it by 2. So on this, we would do 1/2 times 6 times 3, which 6 times 3 is 18, and then half of that is 9. And this is area, so it would be 9 square units or whatever units we're talking about. So let me walk you through another area of a triangle problem. Let me see, I'll draw this a little bit differently so you can kind of see. So sometimes you might see something like this, and what that is it's just showing you that the distance from this side straight up, because we always want the height to be perpendicular to the base, straight up from that, which is what this dashed line over here, that's the height. So if I add in, okay, some more, so this is 7 is the base and 6 is the height. What we could do then is 7 times 6, which is 42, take half of that, which is 21. So the area of this one then is going to be 21 square units. Okay, so with area of a triangle, it is just literally plugging in those numbers. And I am fine right now if you use a calculator. If you want to do workout, that's fine. If you have a whiteboard at home, you can do it on that. If not, you can do it on paper. Hold on to the paper, and then you can just type your answers into the Google Slides. So the other thing that you're going to see on there today that we didn't get to spend as much time as I would have liked to before all of this is a trapezoid. So we've talked about trapezoids. Here's what you need to know. So the formula for a trapezoid is 1/2 times the height times base 1 plus base 2. Okay? Now, the bases are the two parallel sides. It does not matter which one you say is base 1 and base 2. You just have to make sure that you add them together. So if this is base 1 and base 2, you add them together, you multiply by the height, which is going to be just a straight line from the that's the distance between those two sides. Once you add the bases, multiply it by the height, and then again take half of it or divide by 2. Okay, so let me add some numbers in there for you. And I'll show you kind of usually it's going to look something like this for the height, because it'll just show you a dashed line to show you what the height is. So right here, we've got a base of 5 and a base of 7, and then the height of 4. So what I would do then is 5 plus 7. So I'm going to add the bases together first, which is 12. Okay. So right here, this base 1 plus base 2, that's 12. 5 plus 7. Then I multiply it by the height, which is 4. So 12 times 4 is 48. And then if we take half of 48 or divide by 2, that'll get us to 24. Okay? So just keep in mind that it's all right if you're using a calculator to help you with this. You can plug them in with that, or if you want to work them out. Either way is fine. So today it's mainly focusing on area of triangles and trapezoids, but there are some composite figures, which we did quite a bit of work on that before we left. So with that, just remember you have to just split up whatever your shape is into smaller shapes, find the area of each individual shape, and then add them all together. I believe the next 2 days is just more review of this stuff. So it should give you guys some more practice. Like I said, I have shortened everything, and hopefully it all makes sense to you guys at home. If not, like I said, reach out to me. I'm going to send another email out here in a little bit. I wasn't able to go live today. A couple of you had mentioned that because I have it set for kids, that some of the settings are a little weird. So I went ahead and changed that. So you can comment on the video. If you want to comment on it, great. I can give you some participation points for commenting on videos and telling me that you watched them. But then hopefully I'm still waiting on YouTube to give me permission to go live. That I had to submit to them, and they had messaged me and said it might take a little bit longer with me being a school. So we're still waiting on that, but hopefully that gets figured out soon. But still miss you guys and can't wait to see you back soon. enjoy the rest of your day.